Dude, you got stuck in a crate.
Oh, too good. Hello, world, and welcome to episode 46 of Chubby Cat, coming to you live from my kitchen, where Gordon Ramsay is preparing us the very fine, delicate meal on his hit show, The F Word. Gordon, thank you so much for joining us.
Y'all are a bunch of fucking cocks.
Oh, wow. Thank you. What are you going to prepare for us today, Gordon?
Oh, we got some braised brisket, and figured I'd do a little reduction glaze on top, and we're gonna do a nice, I think like a caprese salad.
Oh, nice.
Something light, you know, to go along with it, and gonna actually make my mom's famous iced tea to drink.
Oh, her iced tea?
Yeah.
Is that an English tea?
No, it's very American.
I was gonna say, dude, if Ramsey ever pulls out a fucking tea on that show,
Right?
well, I'm gonna fucking show you now, you fucking pieces of shit. Is this tea?
It's a biscuits
whoa.
tea. You're not prepared for this shit.
Take your water and do it. I don't know why I'm doing like an Aussie accent there, but
It's like WWE Gordon Ramsay.
I'm coming in and I'm gonna show you how to make the best burgers.
I like that you described what he was preparing as delicate. I'm like, I just don't get that vibe from Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay is a mastermind. Although, one question. How is he on so many cooking shows? Like, how does he have time to cook?
because Bobby Flay is unavailable. Because I think Bobby Flay had that problem a few years back with his wife, and now he's just gone.
Oh.
It would have been Bobby Flay, but there's something about an English accent and being a dick that just is goddamn gorgeous.
It gets it. Anyways, this is episode 46. I think I said that. Chubby Cat. I am your host, Tom, and as always, I'm joined by, actually not always, but today I actually have two brothers joining me. If they want to introduce themselves.
It's Jason, a.k.a. Gordon Ramsay.
And Gabriel, the Aussie WWE Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, I'm back from family reunion.
Family reunion. You were gone.
And we're not in the bear cave.
Not in the bear den.
Bear den. I didn't get to experience the bear den.
You did not.
So.
It was hot. It was actually a quite intimate setup. Like, it was me and Sterling in his little room, and we set up chairs, and we were like maybe knees almost touching.
Was this upstairs?
No, at his house.
At his
Oh,
house.
no shit.
And
Okay.
our knees were almost touching, and we were like just staring each other's eyes as we talked, and
Oh, God, that's intimate.
that's why I call it the bear's den. And then I'm like, he has like controlled dim lighting, so I dim
Shut
the
the
lighting.
fuck. No.
Yeah, so I
no,
dimmed
the
the
fuck
lighting.
he does not.
Yeah, he
Of course
does.
he does.
So
I mean,
dimmed-
I would totally believe it. I just want to have the denial of it first to be like, okay, it totally fits it.
Nope. Yeah, so I dimmed the
No
lighting, so
kidding.
it was nice in there. Cause like his lights are bright, but like so I
I'm telling
dimmed
you,
it.
I would like to dim something right now.
And I was like,
It's the
this is dim
motherfucking
lighting.
sun.
But then I realized when I called it the Bear's Den and hashtag Bear's Den, I got some interesting likes and
Some grinder
some
requests?
yeah,
Because I've been right there this whole time with that.
yeah. So that made me laugh. I was just like, oh, yeah,
Like, that's choice.
yeah.
It's a stylistic
Speaking of Sterling, I actually just shit. Cat right on my leg. Definitely didn't know what
Yeah.
that was, but no, I found one of Sterling's shirts in my laundry. Just
Oh.
yesterday, I did some laundry after Alexis found a spider on her face.
How do
What?
you okay?
Let's
Hold on.
let's
I
roll
got
back
some
this
stuff
kimono.
to break down. I guess the more important question: spider on the face.
Okay, so to start, we're separating all our laundry because we're gonna go to my brother's house get some laundry done because we do it like once a week when we're both off. Well, we're sitting there and all of a sudden she goes "Ah!" and like moves and jumps up and she's like smacking her face. Turns out because when you pile stuff up, spiders like clutter. So apparently she was doing this. She felt something on her face, which 90% of the time there's nothing. It's just something moving around, dust, air, whatever. This time, she grabs from her face and looks at her hand, and there's a fucking spider just crawling it. So she, instead of doing what I was hoping her natural reaction would be, which is a clap. I don't want to do the actual clap because that would blow everyone's ears out. But a clap. No, she throws that son of a bitch. So now he owns my closet. True story. Like, I was about to kill it with fire. I was
Waiting
like,
to strike once again.
oh, I'm telling you.
And then, why do you have Sterling's t-shirt?
Okay, so that's a better story. So one of Sterling's endeavors, he's a very kind gentleman, ladies. One of his endeavors was with a coworker of mine, and that did not pan out so well.
Oh yeah.
So great. So she returns to work one day. Can you do me a favor? I need
Actually,
you
I
next
think
time.
she's a fan.
I believe so. Next time you see Sterling, will you please give him these back? It's his shirt and a knife he got me for my birthday. I eventually told him about the knife and the shirt. He told me I could keep the knife, so it is equipped in my car. It's a beautiful, like, black blade flip. As you can tell, I'm not on the level of these guys with weaponry because I just call it a flip blade. So it's a fucking flip blade knife, right?
Flip blade.
I will start referring to any sort of like folder, like pocket knife as a flip blade.
There it is. It's a flip blade.
It's a black flip blade.
It's a black
Oh, is
flip
that
blade.
switchblade? No, that's a flip blade.
It's a flip blade, so it's legal here. Sorry, no, it's a flip blade. So I had that, but then I washed it, and I even looked at the shirt. I was like, what fucking shirt is this? And then I remembered it's Sterling's. And that, my friends, is the end of that very intriguing story.
Yeah, I just wondering. I'm
So
like,
interesting.
I'm like, you
So
guys are
good.
definitely not the same size.
No.
So I was like,
I hadn't tried it on. I was
how
about
did
to and be
you
like,
borrow this shirt, like
Yeah.
as like a robe.
Dude, it ended up in my car. In fact, it was in my old car before I bought the Flex. And so then it's just been with me for
It's transferred.
2
Traveling.
months. Yeah.
It's like when you move.
It's just like my piece of Sterling because you can see how elusive he really is.
You put it on.
So I
you put
smell
on
it and I'm just like,
pillow at night.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
can sleep.
yeah, oh, dude, all the time. I let Alexis wear it as a PJ shirt. It's a reminder of what can still have her out there.
Okay, so I held off on the story telling Jay yesterday, but
Yeah.
so this weekend I hosted a board game night at my house,
Nice.
and I bought way too much stuffs. But one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to make a homemade salsa, right? And I was like, I'm gonna make a salsa because I'm fucking Mexican. I can do that. So I bought all the ingredients.
If you haven't seen Thomas, he looks about as Mexican as a fucking hot dog.
Yeah.
So
That's a great description.
I mean, yeah,
he's paler than I am.
yeah, I'm pretty pale.
I did see the spread you had though. That looked fucking great.
It came out good.
What were those things? The sandwich. It looked like it had an egg on the top with like a.
Oh,
it
it
looked
was
like a
a-
caprese salad
it was-
on.
Yeah,
It was a caprese.
Oh,
like
son of a
open
bitch.
face, like
Yeah.
little
I
It
have
looked
some.
potato
great.
sandwich.
I can make
literally-
you a couple.
I
still have
literally
some.
had
No shit.
6 of them for lunch today.
No
Because
kidding.
I was like, I have a bunch extra. Like, can you take them? I was like,
I mean,
fuck yes.
it looked very well done. At first, I thought the original photo you put, which I guess was a tester of like, can I actually do this?
Yeah.
I thought it was like, wow, look at what he's doing for himself for lunch. That is one good man right there.
No, he prepped like 30 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw them all laid out on the table later. I was like, oh man, that's quite the fucking
Did
spread.
like a homemade like pesto sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Pesto didn't come out quite as like a pesto. It was more like a puree.
It was like a basil puree.
Yeah.
It was-
Purso?
it was still
Purso?
very
So
good.
I was not a fan of the color.
It
Well,
did look like guacamole.
It did.
It did. It was very green.
I just had to give you your props from my end, from what I saw from the outside perspective before you continue your story.
Nice.
It looked really well done.
Appreciate it.
Very well done.
I'll make you
Also,
some because I still have a shit.
I would love to have one.
I don't know
Just
what
one.
the salsa stories would entail, but the salsa was very good.
Yeah.
Damn, I really wish you had some more salsa.
I have a bowl of it.
Son of a bitch. Then now I'm really gonna enjoy this story because I'll
He
taste
also
the aftermath.
baked brie.
I also made baked brie.
Ladies and
That's
gentlemen,
gone. I fucking
That
shredded
is gone.
This
Delicious.
sounds like a bougie ass board game night. I'm just saying. Usually when you think of board game night, it's like, yeah, I got some chips and some fucking dip. No, if you're going with Thomas Conyers,
Yeah.
you're gonna be getting
Yeah.
I'll bust it out for my
some
friends.
bruschetta. You're gonna be getting like wined and dined.
I
Yeah,
bought
he
6
had-
bottles of wine
And you
and
bought
no
wine.
one drank it.
He bought like you got like all the hard liquor.
He wine dined and almost 69 to everyone.
To be honest, I was trying to impress a girl that didn't show up. So,
Okay. To which we will not name.
yeah.
Gabe and Jay roll over. He's like, "You guys want a drink?
Yeah. Literally. Help yourselves. You know where it's at.
Guys, you know what the cups are."
Yeah, get it out of my
Very
face.
good.
So I was making the salsa. I cut
Okay.
the tomatoes, I cut the onions, I cut the cilantro, and then jalapenos.
Oh, fresh jalapenos.
I like your
Yeah.
little-
Not
your Hispanic accent.
Yeah.
It crept in on the end there.
right
did.
on the
That's
jalapeno.
and the
Cilantro?
jalapeno.
It's like when I say basil.
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 Also, my butler's name.
Turns out I'm never fucking cooking when I say that. I'm
So
just
yes,
talking
raw
to this guy.
jalapenos.
Okay.
But
Oh, that
I
sounds
scraped
good.
out the seeds because I was like, I just want like the flavor, not so much the heat. Like
Right.
some seeds made it in, but whatever.
Right.
So then once I was done prepping that, I was like, okay, I still have like an hour before I need to
that
start
sounds
actually
really
start
good.
putting stuff together. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go shower. Well, I'm home alone, and I was like, you know what? Today is Thomas's day, and before everyone comes over, I'm just gonna.
That's totally what I thought you were doing the entire time I saw these pictures going on Facebook. I thought Thomas was just having a fucking day to
Just having a
himself,
fucking
dude. And I was
Saturday.
like, dude, when I have a day, I sit down in like PJs and fucking watch like Mr. Robot. And I was like, this is so Thomas. Glass of wine, fucking caprese, open face sandwiches. Like takes hours to prep so he can just sit down and read like a book. And I'm like, god damn, I,
I mean,
want
that
that
sounds
life.
like a pretty fucking awesome day.
It
right?
sounds
Probably
great.
would.
You don't have kids.
Gabe's like,
I
you
don't.
elevated the fuck out of your life.
Dude, I was like, dude, I'm telling you, I got so jealous. I was like, this motherfucker right here, this is a day off.
Gabe's like, my day off is like, I have 3 hours to myself to play some
Straight up
Tom Clancy Wildlands
to
right
try
now
and
and drink
throw
chocolate milk.
Well, I'm
Like,
unemployed, so I
some
have
mini
all my
corn dogs
days
in
are
the
off.
oven, like fucking. That's up here.
So I made the salsa, and I was like, all right, wash my hands. I'm like, I need to go take a shower. And so I was going to start the shower, and like before I got in the shower, we got naked in my room. And I was like, you know what?
How did you not see this coming?
You know what?
It's a Thomas Day.
You know what? I haven't whacked it in a while. Let's
I
have
knew
some
this
fun.
was coming.
So I pleasured myself. And like there was some like sensation, but I thought I was just
Because you had washed your hands.
But I thought I was just going really fast, you know, like a lot of friction. So that's where the heat was coming from.
I get nervous in those moments.
And then so I kind of stopped, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. So then I went back to it,
I don't
and
know my
then
own strength.
Oh shit! What am
so I
I
went
doing?
back to it, and then I'm doing this new thing now with the other hand, where it comes in and kind of like fondles the balls, like supports them. And then
Different feeling than if someone else was holding your balls, because now
Yeah.
you just know you're. But I do the same kind of thing where I scratch, like when I pee, I scratch my pubes. Try it. Fucking most relaxing pee I've ever had. Dude, it like opens your prostate up to relaxation you've never felt. I don't know why.
All right,
Continue.
next time I pee. So, anyways, once the balls started burning, I realized, oh no, this is not friction. There's still jalapeno oil on my hands somewhere, and I didn't wash my hands well enough. So like, my whole junk was on fire. Like think like icy hot on the dick.
Circumcised or not, if I may.
I'm uncircumcised.
Me too.
So
at
no,
least
I'm
you had-
circumcised.
Oh,
Sorry,
you have
I'm
no
I'm
hoodie.
No hoodie.
Oh goddamn!
Yeah.
Sorry about you.
So I was not.
Oh.
So I was not feeling great. I was naked, standing in my room, being like, "Am I gonna fucking break out in a rash?" Like, like just like I have a.
Am I calling off game night because I'm going to the ER for my dig?
No, literally, I was like,
God.
I'm gonna have to get taken to the ER. I have like this
Mind you,
industrial.
an hour before you're about to get everyone in your house.
I have an industrial blower that I use to cool down my room. I was like fucking just standing in front of it, like letting it hit my genitals, being like, just cool down. Eventually, like it wasn't going away, so I fucking came downstairs, grabbed the milk out of the fridge, went into the shower while it's still running, let the water hit me, and just poured milk on myself.
Oh, what a waste of milk.
I begged to differ.
Oh,
No.
did it work? Did
Yeah.
it
Milk
work?
is supposed to
Yeah,
like
basically.
neutralize.
It kills off the whatever they're called. That what was Sterling calling it a while back? Was it Sterling that was calling it something weird? Sorry, I
know.
digress.
But anyways,
Possibly.
milk saved the day.
Oh my god.
So I took a shower after that.
The capsin.
Yeah.
Capsicum,
It,
the stuff
yeah,
in the heat.
it's called
Capsicum. He kept saying that a guy was telling him it was capsicum.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Instead of capsaicin.
We were all like,
Nah.
I don't think so.
I know you guys is capsicum. I really beg to differ on that one. I've
don't-
never heard that
I
one.
don't
Refer
so.
back to another episode back when.
Yeah.
Oh
Fuck yeah.
shit.
I forgot about that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's
So,
glorious.
Oh, so how long and how much milk went into the savior of your testicle and possible future Mexican children?
it was like a 30-minute ordeal total.
Wow.
But like it started off like
I'm grabbing my
this
junk
is
right
kind of
now.
like it started off like, oh, this is warm.
He's like, it's kind of nice.
So like this
it's like
is
KY
tingling.
Gradual
Wine.
burn.
I was like tingling to like, oh, this is like heating up.
Oh
To like,
man.
this is kind of painful. Like like
See-
uncomfortable. Like
Oh my god.
yeah. So maybe like I have like I only buy half liters of milk. So
So
maybe
when I eat this
half of
salsa,
that.
I'm just gonna think about your junk burning while I eat it.
I
Because
mean-
now I know right before, like right after it was made, you destroyed your genitalia
Yeah.
with the contents of this salsa.
Yeah.
He also did
that.
like as he was like serving up the salsa. He's like, I think it called for like
Okay.
3 teaspoons of jalapeno. I think I did 3 tablespoons.
Oh
He's like, if
shit!
he's like,
Was
I
it
took all the-
spicy?
It had heat to it, but he took
I
all
like
the
that.
seeds out. He was like, but it might be spicier than intended.
Yeah, I took all the seeds out. I'm not like I think that the directions specifically like said like, oh, leave seeds in. I'm like, fuck that.
I kind of want this to be consumed.
No, this is a very good salsa.
Oh, I bet. I'm excited for
It's like
it.
a nice, like chunky one.
Well, damn, dude. I'm sorry about your junk.
Yeah, it's all good now. It's
I-
all good now.
Definitely have gone through the icy hot on the balls phase before.
Yeah, it was not.
That is fucking painful.
Have you guys ever done the icy hot condoms?
No.
The fire and ice.
The fire and ice.
I have.
Oh
I've tried
shit.
it now. I tried it now with 2 separate girls, and both times I like put it on. I'm like, oh, this is a nice tingle, and then we started having some fun times, and both times like we both have this moment of like, this isn't fun. This is
Oh,
this
no.
is getting bad. This is getting real bad. Last time I
Oh.
tried it, like the girl literally just like went from like enjoying herself to like I don't know how this feels to I'm in pain. Get the fuck off of me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
I've never had like that level of reaction.
No.
Like to me, like I was like, this is weird. It feels kind of like gimmicky, and I was like, okay, like here's where it's getting like kind of warm and maybe not ideal, but like I'm hitting my stride, so like we're gonna ride this out. And I asked the girl, and she's like, nah, you know,
it's whatever.
Feels strange, but like,
Oh.
you know, all right. But like, yeah, I never got to like neither one of us got to like the fucking end it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh god. See, I cannot have any assistance of feeling during sex. I already have enough trouble lasting more than a few seconds to a minute. Like, honesty. Like, sex feels awesome already. I don't need something to be like helping my dick along. Like, yo, let's do this faster. It's like I'm trying to slow down a little bit. But I wanted to say I'm so glad only for this reason that you burned your junk due to jalapeno stuff. Let me tell you a story of how I did not do it to myself, but I accidentally did it to a girlfriend.
commence.
Okay. We're all familiar with Buffalo Wild Wings, see? Or no?
Sure.
Okay.
The B-dubs.
So, they have a Blazing Wing Challenge
Yes.
with ungodly hot wings. One time in Texas, I'm doing the Blazing Wing Challenge, having fun with my guy friends. My girlfriend's there. Boom, name to be unknown. She's still a nice young lady, and I'm sorry I did this to her genitalia. So, I wash up everything. I get done with everything. I dominate the challenge. Boom, bop, bop, boom.
And you give her the chicken fingers, you sick
Bro,
fuck.
exactly that. Later on, I thoroughly washed. So then we get back to the apartment that we're hanging out at. We're on the couch. I start giving her the bang-to-bang.
Why everyone's there?
Everyone's asleep.
Oh, okay.
This was a very open time in my life. Let me
I
just
gotcha.
tell you, there were moments in a room with like the two other couples, and we were just like moan competing or competing.
I got you.
Yeah. So I'm going at it, right, and then she's like, okay, and you could kind of tell like she's holding something back. Then she starts going like making the sounds like, okay, hold on. Then it gets to the point where she shoves me off of her, and then runs to the bathroom. At this point, I'm like, wonder what's going on.
What's up?
What's going on here? Why'd you leave? So, well, then 5 minutes passes, and I go to the bathroom. This girl doesn't even take the time to take off her shirt, just her fucking pants and underwear. She is under the faucet, like crisscross applesauce, pure cold water at like 3 a.m, just shooting it down onto the labias. You know what I mean? Just like opening flaps and just getting this thing washed out. She did the Buffalo Wing Challenge with her second mouth. And let me tell you, it was dangerously bad. She was in there for about an hour.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, that's all I was thinking about when you were burning your junk. I was like, oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
gotta be careful with spicy foods.
I'm telling you, it's weird how the according to Sterling, the capsicum stays on you for that amount of time.
Gets in there.
I'm telling you.
Tough to get in
It's
there.
Definitely
Okay, so
in there.
There's another Gabe story we've been anxious to hear.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're supposed to be on our podcast
Okay.
a couple weeks ago.
I
Yeah.
was. I have been absent, and this is... Life is comedy, so this story is actually pretty rough, but it's funny because it all works out for me, personally. Not everyone else in the story. Thank God.
It's funny because
Because I'm
know,
okay.
could have been worse, but
The thing is, I got to see how it got worse, how it could have been worse for me. So because it got there for everyone else there. So check this out. So I'm leaving my old job at a place of employment at a hotel. Great job. I love my schedule. I love my job. Love doing everything I was doing. Perfect. Everything. So then I'm like, you know what? Opportunity comes where I could double, triple my wage. So I'm like, why not?
You got a family. You gotta take
Exactly.
care of
Exactly.
make
I
those
had
calls.
I had an in to get to this place. I was gonna be selling cars at a spot where it was gonna be great, right? I won't name the place. You'll know why at the end of the story. Like, oh yeah, good idea for not naming the place. So I do the whole process. I spend $110 like collectively to go to the DMV, to get a live scan, to get all this stuff to be able to sell cars, have a temporary salesman's license. So it cost me $110. I put in my 2 weeks notice finally at the hotel. Boom. Fast forward to a week into my 2 week notice. This is a Thursday. I'm sleeping with my son. We're taking a nap, and then I get a phone call at 6 p.m. from the guy that got me in to the new job. Talking something about a merger happening, locking in spots. We should be good. He has a headache for the past 3 hours because this is when it just happened, yada, yada. He's like, I feel like an asshole. Everything I just told you in that specific order, that's pretty much how I took it because I just got ripped out of sleep. So I'm like, what the fuck's happening? Well, then he asked me, when do I go to work? So I'm like, okay, he's going to call me back. I'm like, 9:30, I'll leave for work. So I figure he's going to call. Never calls. So on Saturday, mind you, 2 days, a week and 2 days into my 2-week notice, I get woken up at 3 o'clock now from Alexis sitting on the bed. And she's like, hey, you have something to tell me? And I was like, no. What do you mean?
Yeah, because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had nothing to tell her.
Yeah.
You have something to tell me?
Yeah.
Well, apparently I'm fucked, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
why. So
I
please,
ate the last Twinkie.
please explain to me.
You remember the Oreos? God damn it, those Oreos. No, so check it out. Then she, not only when I say no, she doesn't spit it out because she's a woman. So then she goes, I just got done talking to my mom. Do you have something to tell me? Another red flag. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? so then she goes, so Guy X, I'll call him, that got me the job, got fired. The whole dealership is going under. The whole dealership is done. Like, everyone lost their job. 40 plus people lost their jobs. And I was like, huh? I was like, let me call my supervisor.
Yeah.
I'll call her Kay because she's super dope. And I was like, let me call my supervisor. I knew she was at work. So I call her. I was like, Kay, holy shit, I need you to send off an email. Cancel my motherfucking 2-week notice.
Blame those Otis soldiers.
It was fucking woo.
It's like Starship Troopers
Dude,
Rico.
my submarine was fucking going down Periscope. It was,
And he was supposed to join us on that Saturday at
Dude,
like 6 for the
bro.
podcast. And
bro, I'm sitting here like, oh, well, fuck me, right? So she's like, all right, don't worry. I got you. I'll send off the email, yada, yada. And I was like, don't worry. When I get in tonight at 10:30, I'll also send off an email because I don't want to seem like that person where it's like, oh, it'll be handled. So I get to work. This is only half of the twists. So then I get to work. Karen tells me, hey, or I'm sorry. Yeah, whatever. So she tells me, hey, we were really busy. I was only able to send off the email at like 9 o'clock. And I was like, I told you way earlier in the day. That's besides the point. I'll still send off my email. So later on that night, I send off my email. Hey, so guess what? Dealership's going under. What do you do? And I was like, I would love to keep my current position. Blah, blah, blah. Just go ahead and resend the 2-week notice. Let's act like this never happened. Ha, ha, ha. Sorry. Well, then I'm just waiting. Because, of course, I work throughout the middle of the night. So
no one's going to respond.
No one
No
gets
one.
this fucking
Yeah,
email.
everyone's gonna
I was
fucking-
going to get this motherfucking email. Well, turns out earlier in the week, I had heard that they were scrambling. They already hired 5 motherfucking people.
Shit.
5. So, a night auditor. That was my job.
Yep.
A temporary night auditor. That's the one that gets the 2 days off of the night auditor. And then 3 other front desk employees. Thus
So
being
they
fully covered.
Yeah, they staffed up.
Oh, I forgot a twist. Turns out, the day after I put in my 2-week notice, I go in. Turns out 2 other motherfuckers thought it was a great idea to go ahead and throw in their 2-week notice. So now it looks like not only a fucking coup, but now they're screwed. Like, 3 people at their
Yeah.
front desk are gonna be gone on the same day. And so I'm like, super cool, guys. Way to fucking throw me in that loop. Now I look like a fucking idiot. So then, boom. Fast forward back to when I send the email off. No one's gonna get it. So I wait till the next day, which is my off day. It's Sunday. I'm sitting there like stressing out, like, I need to hear about this fucking email. Karen texts me, and she goes, hey, check it out. This is the response. And doesn't tell me, like, in her own words. Straight up motherfucking copy paste, verbatim, here's the email. And it says, hey, Gabriel, sorry about the other job, didn't work out. And boom, space. Unfortunately,
Fucking
unfortunately,
Stanley Kubrick building the
bro,
suspense.
bro, the word unfortunately has never been so bold and bright. I'm like, oh, unfortunately, it may not be as easy as just rescinding your 2-week notice and keeping your current position. And Brian has worked very hard at finding other people and finding a new night auditor to take place in this strenuous time. And he's already passed the drug test and physical and been offered the job full time. Shit. So I'm reading this email just like, I'm out of 2 jobs. Like, I'm out of a fucking job. And mind
like,
you,
no fault of the hotel. I mean, you were a week and a half in. And
exactly.
Like, they were doing what they needed to do.
exactly.
You can't be mad. You're like,
I didn't blame them.
Yeah.
well,
I even told them I'll train whoever you need, whoever's coming in to replace me.
Yeah.
I've got you. Don't worry about it. I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah, still shitty though.
Dude. So then I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck it means. Well, then Monday comes around, and my main boss, Brian, texts me back. He goes, hey, sorry about that. My phone was dead all weekend. But I was like, yeah. Like, that's how I read the text. That's how I read the text. Like, hey, sorry, my phone was dead all weekend. Sorry about that. What'd you need? Kind of thing. And
sorry
I'm
about
like,
that. They don't make phone chargers where I
yeah.
live.
It's like, the fuck it was.
I went out to Alaska.
Yeah, I know you in technology. Your phone's never fucking dead, bro. So he's like, I'll talk to Barbara, see what I can do. I'm like, cool, great. Let's do that. He texts me back. He goes, she wants to have a meeting with me and you. I was like, super cool. So
Total cool.
he's
Total
like,
cool.
he's like, when can you be here? And I was like, how about in a fucking hour? I was like, let me get showered and I'll head over there in an hour. So I head down to the hotel on my day off, obviously, to save my life. So then I get in there and we're having a meeting.
You down there, you put the lip gloss on.
Dude,
his
let me
dicks
tell
have
you,
to be sucked, you're like,
it felt like I had so much like egg on my face because it was just like I'm hoity-toity, like, hey guys, sorry I dropped that bomb on you, and I know I've been here for 3 years, and I'm probably one of your best employees that you've ever had. Hey, by the way, I'm leaving. Hey, goodbye. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, by the way, by the way, a nuke went off.
yeah. At least I know you well enough to know you weren't being like, well, fuck you guys, I got a sick ass job, aren't you jealous?
That's
like,
exactly how I felt, and I was like, it's irrational.
I'm sure there's like that little element of you that's like, they all think that.
That's exactly what it was. I was like, it's also very irrational for me to think that way. They just realized that it's an opportunity. I was going for that. But here I come, bomb blows up in my face, and now the only thought in my head is, as I'm going into this meeting is, my whole thought was when I gave in the 2-week notice, because I'm so great, they would be like, yo, let's have a meeting, which my GM wanted to do before she wanted to accept my 2-week notice. Or in her, I guess, eyes, a 2-week request.
You can't actually quit.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep scheduling you.
Exactly. So I'm like, all right, I have leverage. I've been here for 3 years. I'm one of their best people. They're going to be in a tight spot. Like, straight up tight spot. I'm going to be like, I'll stay if you raise my hourly by like $4 an hour. It sounded crazy, but I was like, there's some chance that could fucking happen. Now, I'm coming in, 3 years of leverage. Whatever skill I had, everything was just up my own fucking ass. Because here I come crawling back. Hey guys, if
they're in a
silly
position
story.
of ultimate power.
Exactly. Now they're like,
You're like, I'll take a pay cut to keep this job. What do you need?
I'm telling you, man. All I pictured was the fucking glove from Super Smash Bros. And I'm right in the middle of it, and it's just like holding me, just like.
Things.
And I'm like, oh, you bastard. So I go into this meeting, and I'm just like, first and foremost, I'm sorry about that. And they're like, sorry, it didn't work out, bop, bop, bop. You know, next time, communicate with us. It went very well. But I was like, yeah. And also, just wanted to say, the other people quitting, had I known they were going to try and put in their 2-week notice on the same day, I would have at least waited. Because I was like, I do love this place. And I would have waited if I would have known 2 other people were going to kind of jump ship. And I was like, one of them put in her 2-week notice like 4 or 5 times throughout this entire past year.
Yeah.
So they were used to it. And the GM didn't care for her. So she was like, no, you're not kidding. She did put in a lot. And I was like, I know. Well, it goes well, but then they're like, so check it out. Yeah, you can't have your current position because we've already hired someone for that. Dude's like in his 60s. We already offered him the job. Then I look at my other boss and he goes, hey, so check it out. Luckily, you got a hold of me during the weekend before the person I hired for temp night audit got a hold of me. He called me on Friday after I left the office to go home for the weekend. So luckily I didn't fully offer him the position. So you're now just going to be temporary night audit, which is 2 days a week. It's a kind of a bittersweet thing. So my schedule completely changed.
Right.
But I get to keep some night audit shifts, and they're like, oh, Gabriel has priority of whatever schedule he wants. He just needs to let us know. So they kind of gave me my leverage back, and I created a schedule that works around watching my son. And then the kicker was, then they're like, oh shit, huh? You have to train the guy that's replacing you. And I was like, yeah, but don't worry, I won't sabotage the whole thing. My pinky was up, people, on that last sip of that drink. Let me tell you, I didn't have to sabotage this guy. This guy may sabotage his own damn self, but at this point, I literally just got done training this guy. But it should all work out, hopefully. My schedule's changed. We'll talk about my schedule off cast. But
sure.
The fact of me going to another job after 3 years of like telling people, no, I don't want to get another job. I'm building something here. I'm doing a great job. Oh, and now I'm being pegged for supervisor because Karen's going to leave the front desk and go to the back offices. And then now the main bosses are like, we want Gabe to be the new supervisor then.
Nice.
Yeah. So it kind of all works out a little bit.
Works out.
But let me tell you, I've never had such a scary fucking moment in my life. I was literally 4 days from my shit being, like, my jobs being done. And they literally had my termination paperwork all filled out. Like, all filled out, ready to turn in on Monday. And I was like, no, don't do that. And
Just
so luckily I still
put
have
in
a
the
job.
shutter.
Yeah, like, can you wait? But that's my crazy story. We'll talk about my schedule off that. I need to hear more about this. I don't know if you guys talked about it last week on the cast, but tell me about this zombie Balboa Park thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because that shit sounded phenomenal, I'm bringing up because I was talking about my schedule, and it's, 12 to 3?
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to have to fucking request off to get, because that broke my heart. I was like, shit, that's literally when I
I know,
work.
you were so excited. You're like, yeah, I get off at 3. I'm like, oh, that's when it ends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, God damn it.
It's absolutely when it ends.
Yeah, and I have my anniversary coming up on the 20th, next Sunday, so I have to somehow request a time off for that. But, so, it's coming up this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the Zambi thing.
Yeah.
And then, most likely in 2 weeks after that, right?
That's kind of
That's
what
what it looks like, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to put in the
discussed.
request time off tonight when I go in.
Cool, yeah.
Yes.
So
So tell me about this thing.
Yeah, I mean, so the basic concept was, I'm trying to think of like something else to like equate it to. It's called Humans versus Zombies,
Okay.
and apparently it's a pretty common
Pretty popular game.
like
Really?
game.
Like it's a known, like the
Yeah.
rules and structure of the game are known.
yeah, like
Yeah, for
they're-
the most part.
It
Like-
can vary depending on like who's moderating it.
Okay.
But I mean, we found like forums and stuff, from
No
other
shit.
states and things like, oh yeah, if you're playing like HVZ, like this is a good,
No
good
shit.
Nerf gun or
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Like so,
Get
it's
in
apparently
here.
like a real thing.
No joke.
Idea is that you basically like most people start out as humans, and then like you progress through different game types that like simulate like a zombie apocalypse,
I like that.
and like if you get tagged, you become a zombie.
Okay.
And like zombies get stunned but never die, so like the horde in theory just keeps growing and
Oh
growing.
god damn.
And it gets like harder and harder in the late stages of the game to remain human and like
Are
win.
there boundaries? Because
Yeah.
I know this
Yeah.
takes place in Balboa, which is large.
Yeah,
It's
we said
quite
like
large.
a
This one
certain- like a
specifically, I
certain
guess I
park.
would say.
I forget what I was going to call this. Something
Morley Park? Marley Park?
Morley Fields
Morley
Park.
Fields.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So from an outside
Um,
perspective, let's say I'm walking by as this game is commencing. Do I just see like a bunch of grown ass adults playing tag?
Yes.
Yeah.
With Nerf guns.
Fuck yeah.
We were playing at one part in the park where like there was a bunch of barbecues going on and
Ooh,
people were
that
playing
smells great.
cornhole and we were just running in and out.
Speaking of,
and
we
were
could
just-
always drop back to the cornhole thing.
We can. But yeah, we would be like, oh, excuse me, like run through. And then, like,
Really?
there's
Sorry,
sometimes,
zombie apocalypse. Could you fucking move, please?
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then people
No
would be
kidding.
like, what's going on? And you should like, oh, we're playing humans versus zombies, and blah
That's
blah.
great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah. I
How'd
wanted
you guys get a hold of this whole thing? Like, how did this
Tom
happen?
actually heard about it through his like meetup app.
Meetup app.
Okay.
And so we had like 15, 16ish maybe people that like showed up for this one. It was supposed to be like 25, but like 10 people didn't show because
No
that's
kidding.
pretty typical
Yeah.
for like an app thing.
Someone died.
Yeah, I'm
up
pretty
the street.
fucking sure
That's
something
the
is like
third siren.
continuing up there.
Yeah.
'Cause those come by like in 15-minute increments.
Yeah.
It's bad.
But it was
So
fun.
bad up there.
Like the first game was like we drew lots, so like you randomly either sick, infected, or
Oh,
like
damn.
healthy, and you
Or,
couldn't
like, a
start.
zombie.
Yeah. Or a
Wait, so you
zombie.
could start as like, I'm gonna fucking turn.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like game we actually did it twice because the very first time like people I think the communication wasn't very good.
Okay. How many people did you have?
There was like 16.
Okay.
But like so like there were 2 initial zombies in the first game. I wound up being like healthy. So like healthy people can run and talk and like interact with items.
Right.
Sick or infected people like have the virus, but they're not zombies yet. So they can't move, but they can talk. And then a healthy person can come over and like grab your arm and carry you, and so then you can walk together. Or as a healthy person, you can run over to these different various points in the park, like trees or benches or whatever, where they were like a bank or a convenience store, and you could get makeshift weapons. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Humanversuszombies.org if anyone's interested in looking at what we're talking about. Yeah. That is impressive.
So they're like pool noodles, like tape the trees, and like little like glow stick rings were like the cure. So you can bring a cure to a sick person, and then they can walk and use weapons, or like you could give them a weapon, like and there were zombies, and zombies could walk but not talk. But otherwise, there was no differentiating them from like other people.
No kidding.
So like, first game, like I think people were just grouped too close together. Mark even said like, it was like our moderator was like, you should probably like spread out a little bit.
Yeah,
like
game went fast.
Because like you don't know everyone is going to open it. Like you don't know until you actually the round starts. You don't know what you're going to be.
Official equipment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
cool.
That is pretty cool. Sorry, I'm looking at it as you're describing it because this blows my mind. I love when shit like this, like
So first round, like, I was healthy,
community.
but it wound up like within like a minute and a half, there was like four. Like I cured one guy that was like next to me, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sick. I can't move." I'm like, "I got you." And like I ran over to the tree, got him a cure, ran back, and like I got like both pool noodles. I'm like, "Here you go, man." Like I armed him and like I cured him. I was like, "All right, cool." Like let's
once you heal, good luck.
And then like all you have to do then survive not being tagged, and then you're healed the next round if you got cured. But if you don't get cured in the round, you become a zombie, and if you get tagged, you become a zombie. So the first round, like we cured one guy. There was like 4 healthy people, and like everyone else was zombies.
Oh fuck!
Like the zombies moved quick, and they just like tag. So they sick people that couldn't move, and the sick people that weren't communicating. Like Sterling was like 10 feet away from Thomas. So Sterling didn't get a chance.
Yeah,
Thomas was
basically just like walked up to
Sterling
him.
was like, "Oh shit, I can't move," and Tom's like,
Jesus,
Bam,
Milo.
and just tagged him. So then like Sterling was zombie like right away.
No
so then
kidding.
We redid it. He's like, "You guys want to try it again?" Now that you got like kind of a better feel for it, and then I wound up being like the only starting zombie that round.
No kidding.
So then like the people were like much better communicating. Most people got like cured pretty quick, and then Mark was like, "All right, like." Just to kind of make this interesting, who started out sick, and like everyone raised their hands, like, your virus got worse and you became a zombie, and so then there were 2 of us, but like people were much better equipped, and so like we didn't infect anyone that round.
No.
Okay.
So he's like, okay, cool. So then next round, he's like, can I have like 1 or 2 other people who started out infected who would like to become, like who would like to join the zombies just to like boost the ranks?
Yeah, and I joined them because I was infected the first round.
So Thomas joined, and then another girl joined. So there were 4 of the zombies then at hello Milo. There's a cat on the table.
Yeah, that's why I screamed just a second ago because Milo keeps fucking terrorizing me under the table.
He'll just
without
go
warning.
So then there were 4 of us, and then in round 2, everyone gets their weapons because in the first round you like it's like the outbreak, so you don't have your weapons yet. You just have like the improvised like pool noodles.
Right.
But in round 2, everyone has their Nerf guns that are still like the human that survived. So your Nerf weapons or whatever you get, and then you have to go around like a different part of the park and collect the pool noodles again. And you had to like bring them back to a base or like food, medicine, and I don't know, something else.
And how does the zombie start? Because I was looking at this, and so the zombies lose if they starve.
Oh, I mean, like I said, it all depends on
because you can adapt
rules.
different rules.
Yeah.
In this case, the zombies lost round 2 if the humans assembled all their
supplies and
all their
close the
supplies.
Oh, okay,
They had
okay,
to bring
okay.
it back to the base.
It does say, like, please adapt your own rules that fit your game style.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
And then the humans had to like close the doors to their base to win the round.
Shit, yeah, man.
So there was a chance, like, if the zombies overwhelmed the humans,
Right.
that they would close the doors to prevent like the zombies rushing in and tagging everyone, but lose because they didn't have all the supplies. So the zombies, we wound up like losing because the humans did get all the supplies, but we got like 3 other humans that round
Right.
that became zombies, and the zombies can run in round 2. All the subsequent rounds they can run.
Okay. So first round gets you initiated, and it's like, we're not going to fucking...
Right.
We're not going to, I am legend type
Right. So
infection
then,
get you.
Then the zombies can run, but the humans have guns.
Okay.
Which sucks.
Which sucks. But at the same time, like, I got Sterling when he was changing mags.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
Like,
dope.
he was reloading, and I was like, fuck yes.
Did you dive in there and just fucking get him?
Yeah, I was like, best.
Yeah, and then since the zombies lost, then we got a disadvantage the next round. Where
So then humans got to vote, like,
we tagged them.
do they have to
tag
tag with
two
both hands or count to 30 instead of 20 when they get shot? And they picked both hands, which was smart.
Okay.
Because that made it
It's so
definitely more
hard.
challenging.
Okay, that is good. Yeah, because you can't just like dive and reach.
Right.
That's pretty good.
And that one was like the last round. They had to get to. They started farther away from the point. Then they get
They
to the
started, like,
evac
across the
point,
park.
and then they had to hold the position.
It was get to the chopper.
Yeah.
So they had to get back to the base and then hold it for 15 minutes. And then, like, be in, like, a certain spot at the end of the timer to leave.
Yeah.
So they couldn't just, like, be running around being close. They had to be, like, on the launch pad at the end of the 15 minutes.
Which kind of made it cool because, like, when the last 3 guys were there as we were counting down to 30, it definitely was like a survivor moment where, like, the 3 guys
Where you just
were, like,
three
back
guys,
against
shoulder
the
to
wall.
shoulder to shoulder.
And they were
like,
just.
up against this wall, like, on this little ledge, and, like,
No
12
kidding.
zombies were, like, approaching. They're like, bam, okay, like, he's stunned. Bam, okay, he's
No
stunned.
kidding.
Oh, God, like, and they
Yeah,
were just,
it was
like,
pretty cool.
moving in, like,
Just slowly, like,
incrementally,
bit by
yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
no
very
shit.
fun. And they ran around until they had, like, 3 minutes, and then, like, we could hold it for 3 minutes, and then they got it there and just were like,
See, that sounds like fun, man.
It was fun.
That you know what?
It was a lot of fun.
The thing is, when you have kids, it makes you so jealous of all your friends that don't. Because honestly, let's say Saturday comes around and I wasn't working until 3. Well, guess what? I have to go pick up my son. Now, if I didn't have a son, I'd be like, yo, I'll meet y'all there. Let's do this, all this stuff. But it's like, I have my son. I got to figure out somewhere to get. Which I'm not downplaying, like, having a kid. It's fucking great. I mean,
There's an inherent lack of freedom that comes with
exactly, and
I get that.
And the only thing is, like, I get to live vicariously through you guys. So when you tell me about these things, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's so. Oh yeah.
Should we tell Gabe what happened after we played?
Oh my god, orgy! Tell me there was an orgy.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
no.
No, don't tell
No,
him.
no, there's no orgy.
Oh, I was like, god damn, you're not telling me. Now I want to know.
So where we started was at one field, and then we walked
Right.
over to another.
Okay.
So we walked away from our cars.
Oh no.
So Sterling, being the boss he is, was like, "I'll bring the car around," and like,
We're
so
like, cool, we'll go walk around and collect some
yeah, we'll
of
get
the
we'll
dark
clean up
stuff,
some of the
like-
park because like everyone just kind of left, and I was like, "Well,
That
we just
sucks.
like we want to pick up and clean, like we
Yeah.
want." It's like a shared space. Pick up your darts.
Yeah, it's still the environment.
Yeah. So we picked up as best we could, and so we're hanging out, and there's like a street, maybe like 15 feet away from where we were,
Right.
And like there was some street parking. You could have parked there, but no, this guy drives up on the sidewalk.
Oh,
like,
what the fuck?
Like it's a wide sidewalk for like
Sterling does this?
like
Yeah.
service for like service stuff. Sterling does this in his like bright ass car. And
Oh
just-
yeah, I forgot.
and gets out.
He's got his suck my dick car now.
Yeah, and sure enough, like guy comes over and goes, "Hey man, you can't do like." Doesn't mean there's fucking families around.
Yeah.
like it's a picnic area.
Like, hey, if you could probably not death race over here, that would be
yeah,
great.
it's fucking sick. Fucking loved being in that situation.
Oh,
and then like
man.
basically he's like, "Come on, load up," and we're just like loading up the car, and then everyone's like, "You can't do that," blah blah blah.
And this
And
lady
then-
like comes over like recording it.
Yeah, recording us, and like so me and Jason are just getting striped in. We're just like, we just want to get out of here as fast as possible now. Like,
I just waved to her. I was like, we're obviously leaving. Like, and like he doesn't have like license plates on it. So like I'm like, she's like, are you city officials? And he's like, yeah, I am. And like it just like blatant lies. Like, but it was
I just hate when people like to get involved like that. Like,
yeah.
if I wasn't, why the fuck are you coming over here trying to impose? Now, if I'm putting
well, I think the
people
first
in,
guy who came over was like a state park employee.
That
who
makes
was
sense.
Like on his like having a
You just
picnic.
hang
but you
out.
tell me
But
the
even
woman
if-
coming
he
over
was
with the
like-
phone is just like, what's your fucking end game? Like, what's the end game here, ma'am? You're just hoping like something goes down. What if I would have said, actually, yes, I'm from the mayor's office. We're setting something up, so yes, I'm supposed to be here. Are you just gonna put your phone away and now you just wasted your opportunity to be a fucking bitch? Because that's honestly what that reads to me.
Yeah.
Is like you literally are just trying to capture negativity. Capture negativity.
The vigilante justice thing was like, okay, like
It's
the other
getting out
guy
of
who
hand.
worked for the city was like, hey man, I just want to let you know, like I work for the city, and I don't want you to get a ticket, like you know, you
Yeah,
can't
like,
be here.
yo, I
Like,
get it.
Like it's not ideal. And so like, I got you. Like we're leaving in a
The
second.
next woman was
You
just
know, like-
lonely and bored.
Yeah, she would just like wanted, like she just was like, this is something interesting happening during this like kids party. I'm probably bored at. And like walked over and was like, I'm a be the savior.
Dude, I would have been feeling exactly how
That's
like
right,
Thomas
just-
was feeling, just like, dude, I just don't want to.
Yeah,
Thomas was
like,
super anxious.
please
All
don't
I know,
look at
he's
me,
like,
just like I don't.
He's like,
fucking,
but what is gonna happen,
It's gonna
guys?
show up on East County
What's
Classified.
gonna? I'm on that video.
I'm on that
I'm on
video.
the video.
He's
Because
gonna be like, that's Thomas.
I just had a job interview with like a private facility, and I was like,
We were gonna hire you. We need to talk to you.
And then
we saw this video.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, you didn't drive the car. Like, you
Yeah.
got in the back seat.
You
What
were
you
quite
gonna do?
literally in the back.
I didn't get the job anyway, so I guess it wouldn't have mattered.
You guys need to fucking look at this video. You know, I'm not someone to fuck with. I sit in the back of a car that drives off the street. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That
then,
being said, though, it was very fun.
It was very fun.
That sounds great.
Mark was really cool too. The guy that like actually like I guess like DM'd it. I don't know, like what I game master.
yeah, kind of
The
organizer.
Balboa chapter.
Yeah, but it was cool. Like, I mean, he was asking for like feedback and very open to stuff. And
Yeah.
but like he ran a good game and he didn't play. You know, like he just
He didn't. He just
No, he
watched.
just
it, making
watched
sure
it, hung
everything was
out.
good.
He just like took
Really?
one for the team. Like, so it was cool. And then we invited him to game night, but he couldn't make it out.
Couldn't make it.
It was logistically going to be very challenging.
Okay.
But
That's dope.
yeah, Mark's cool. So hopefully we get to
I
hang
got
out there
something
at
in
some
my
point.
eyeball.
Yeah, it was all around good times.
That's super
Well,
sick.
Speaking of super sick,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling too well, so we should wrap this up.
Well, I was curious before we wrap it up. I was wondering, do you have any? Because whenever I'm on, at least I don't know. I really enjoy doing the.
Oh, the words?
Yeah, fuck yeah, the words.
All right, you are in the lead.
I am in the lead. What is the score? I can't remember. Is it,
You have 3. I think Thomas and Sterling both have 2.
2.
Yeah, that's right. I just barely got ahead here.
Yeah, let me. We'll do one to finish this off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
well, why
fuck
we?
my 6 segue to sign off. You know, fuck that.
Well,
Just
you
end
know
on on a weird bit.
Well, well, to fill it in, to make a little bit of.
We would have been perfect at time and everything, but you know,
No.
Well-
cool. It's just gonna go long.
It's gonna go longer if we keep complaining. Okay.
Very true. I'm just gonna tell you while he's looking that up real quick. To fill in time is honestly. So we were in the pool.
I'm ready.
All right, Silas swam on his own with floaties. It was fucking dope.
I'm proud of him.
That's my son, everybody.
Okay. Gonna be a good segue. The word is wet and or wettest as an adjective.
Oh shit.
So you could be like,
That's wet.
like the way I heard my brother say it was
I love how it's all coming from
a
your
wet
fucking
jump
brother.
shot.
A wet jump shot. Oh, like it splashed, baby. It was so good. It went in and it splashed. That's why they call it Steph Curry and Klay Thompson the Splash Brothers. Because you go in and it swishes, nothing but net. Splash. So it's wet. That would be my guess.
Yeah,
better-
I would assume something good, like because wet vaginas are good, so therefore.
I wanted to lean toward vagina and everything, yeah.
So therefore-
But then you
like-
referenced basketball and it
Yeah,
tipped me off.
but
So
I'm just saying, like,
I'm be disappointed if
oh,
I'm
dude,
wrong.
that guy's wet. Like, you know,
That
girl's
guy's wet after he
Or,
just
oh,
mentioned
dude,
vaginas being great. Yeah, that guy's wet.
I'm just saying, like, it means good. Like,
True,
Like,
yeah.
wet vaginas are good, so therefore wet things
Got his
are
feet
good.
wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are right. It was
Fuck
like,
yeah.
It was. He said it's synonymous with crispy.
Okay.
Which
Okay,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, I can see that.
Crispy.
It means smooth or excellent.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. It was
So,
smooth and excellent.
Dude, that outfit's wet, bro.
So yeah, I was like,
Wet.
wait, what? Like, I was like writing this down and just talking. I'm just like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I must agree. Thomas's logic is fucking great. Well, you know, because vaginas are great and they're wet. You know, so it has to be good. It's like,
there
you know
it
what?
is.
You're
There
fucking
it is.
right.
There it is, boys. All right, so Tom's at 3, Gabe's at 4, Sterling is at 2.
Oh,
The
suck it,
most
Sterling.
unkept game that is known.
All right, you want to sign us out, Tom?
I think I'm going to sign us out. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 46 of Chubby Cat. As always, you can check us out on social media at Chubby Cat Crew. Email us at chubbycatpodcast@gmail.com or hit us up on Facebook. Gabe Elliott on Facebook. Thomas Conyers on Facebook.
We also have a Twitter.
We also have a Twitter, Chubby Cat Crew as well.
And they're all linked too, I believe. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all linked.
They're
So
all
anytime if you just have one, don't feel bad if you don't have a Twitter.
Yeah,
You can
hit us
always
up.
just stay on Facebook. You'll get the Twitter
And
posts.
like and subscribe, please.
We're still waiting for that review.
Rating for a review. That'd be fucking sick.
It'll happen.
Are you subscribed?
I believe I am subscribed. Let me double check to be sure.
Are
But
you
for the-
subscribed to our podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, where do
Now
now?
they're going the other way,
They
All
are.
right,
They're
so
done
they
with that
solved the problem,
but
everybody.
someone's dying.
Yeah, someone's probably dying.
shit.
Yeah,
They're not dying at the house anymore. They're dying in the
they're in the blends.
the bloods. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Have a great week. And until next time, Gordon Ramsay.
Rub a dub chub.